Good afternoon, everybody. Commander Denalii back again. Got another video for you. This time we're taking a look at the M4 Sherman. The M4 Sherman is an American Tier 5 medium tank. It's pretty good. The speed on it isn't bad at all. It can go up to about 48 kilometers per hour. It's got about 350 horsepower stock. It's just all around a good tank. Even grabbing it stock, it can do some wonderful things. So yeah, as we start here, we're gonna go up here and we're gonna see if we can spot some enemies and everything. I'm equipped with camouflage and binos. I do believe the only skill I have right now on this tank is Sixth Sense. So we're trying to play it careful and all that. So yeah, we're going to go up here, we're going to find some cover, and we're going to try to spot a couple targets, and we're not going to try to expose too much of our tank. Hopefully just the turret when we're looking around. Yeah. Other than that, let's get into a couple of stats of the M4 Sherman. So stock, you have a 75 millimeter gun. Pretty good gun. It has an armor penetration of between 69 and 115, depending on how you roll, of course. The damage can vary anywhere between 83 and 138. Granted, I have seen hits go bigger than that, but that's usually on a crit, like when you're hitting someone's ammo rack and you blow them up. Other than that, it doesn't vary too much, so you got to keep that in mind. Yeah, the rate of fire on this thing is phenomenal. You get 15.79 rounds per minute. So, I mean, the reload on this thing is not bad at all. It's only a few seconds. So yeah, it's great for side scraping corners, playing peekaboo. Like right here, I'm just trying to hit the top of this ram and put some rounds in him, and I drew his attention, but just put a couple in him really quick in succession. And yeah, so keep that in mind. This tank it's good, it's versatile. You've got enough speed to get places when you need to get there, and I mean you've got a decent camo value when you're hidden behind bushes. The armor on this thing isn't bad for its tier. On the front, it's 51 millimeters. This is the hull. The sides are 38 millimeters, and the rear is 38 millimeters as well. It's also got that front slope to it, so that 51 is actually, it does better. I don't know the exact angle or what it actually comes out to with the math and everything like that, but it can be some good armor in the front, especially if you do angle it properly. Unfortunately, I never learned how to angle this one, too good. It's kind of hard for me to do. So yeah, that's pretty much the gists of the basic package. I'm not going to go through all the packages, but I will go to the last package, which is the 76 millimeter gun. And pretty much the engine power goes up. It goes from 350 to 460. The speed limit stays the same, so pretty much the only thing that is going to increase is the acceleration. The traverse speed, which I forgot to talk about on the base package, is 35, and that's for the hull, and for the turret it's 39, and that's how many degrees per second you can turn. And when you upgrade to the final package, the traverse speed for the hull goes from 35 to 37, and the turret drops from 39 to 37. So it's even as long as you're turning both at the same time. So yeah, the gun gets upgraded from a 75 millimeter to a 76 millimeter. It doesn't sound like a lot, but the armor penetration on the 76 millimeter gun is between 96 and 160, which is an average of about 127, I think, something like that. The rate of fire does go down, but just minutely. It goes from 15.79 to 14.29. The damage increases. It goes from 83 to 138 to 86 to 144. You get 90 rounds no matter what package you have there between the two. so that's not a big change either. The view range does go from 330 on the base package to 370 on the base package. So I mean, there's some significant changes. The armor, it changes on the turret. When you upgrade to the 76 millimeter, you actually lose some turret armor. It goes from 76 in the front to 64 all around. The entire turret is 64, sides, rear, and front. Whereas on the base package, it was 76 in the front and 51 on the sides and rear. The hull doesn't change at all. So I mean, it's not a lot of changes, especially this low in the tiers. You don't get a lot of changes when it comes to tanks. No massive upgrades, anything like that. It's just minute changes. But as you can see here, this tank can just fly around the battlefield when needed. It's just all around. It's a pretty good tank. So I mean, I'm just trying to assist my team here. Go up here and put some rounds into that AT right there. That thing's got some decent armor, but since I got side shots, I should be able to put a few rounds in it. And as you see there, that was a good kill. He was taking out my team pretty good, and I got artillery shooting at me. There's two of them over there. I shouldn't have rushed ahead by myself. The heavy and the artillery that are on my team stayed back. The artillery, completely understandable, everything like that. But I'm going to go up here and I'm going to face a heavy tank. And I wish the heavy tank on my team would have helped, but he just didn't. He stayed back, and I don't know what he was doing. I guess he wanted to defend for whatever reason. So up here, I'm just trying to dodge artillery rounds, keeping mobile, trying not to, stay too much to where they're going to guess where I'm at, and just try to face this Churchill. Unfortunately, this Churchill has some pretty good penetration for my armor, and I'm going to try to get around behind him, but I just can't do it. He's got a pretty good gun speed on traverse rate and on his fire rate, and as you see right there, I just get smoked from both sides. Caught an artillery round, and then he finished me off. I did get 6 kills, however, so that's good. That's a Top Gun medal. And unfortunately, the only 2 people left on my team are gonna hang back, and it's gonna take a minute or two, but they're just gonna get murdered. So if you want, you can skip ahead a couple minutes in this video, go to the end results, or you can listen to me ramble about the M4 Sherman. There's not really much more to say about that. I will tell you about the 105 millimeter gun. It's pretty much a howitzer gun. It's what everybody calls a derp gun. Pretty much this 105, all you can really rely on is splash damage. The penetration on this thing is just junk. It does 40 to 66 millimeters of penetration, and if you're not penetrating, all you're going to do is splash damage. Now if you do penetrate, you can do 308 to 513 damage. So I mean, it would be great if you're going up against light skinned vehicles, light tanks, artillery, if you can get the side of some open top tank destroyers, stuff like that. But being a medium tank, you need to be able to hit heavy tanks in the side and help your team out. Yeah, the rate of fire on it is also really bad. You get 6.67 rounds per minute, which is about 1 round every 9 seconds or so. It's just not great at all. You only get 46 rounds with that gun as well. I'm not a big fan of the 105. I did put it on and test it out a couple times. It's just not consistent at all. I'd rather have the 76 millimeter, because at least then you're doing consistent damage, unless you go up against very, very heavily armed enemies, like that Churchill. I mean, he bounced a few of my rounds with the 76. If I would have had the derp gun, I probably would have got 2 rounds into him, and it would have caused splash damage only, so it still wouldn't have been enough to take him out. Unfortunately, he had the better tank, and it's not always the better tank that wins, but sometimes that's all it takes. Most of the time it is player skill. But as you can see here, I got a Mark of Excellent, I got a Defender medal, I got a High Caliber medal, I got Mastery 1, and I got a Top Gun medal, which is pretty good. I mean, I didn't think I had done a lot that match, except for a few kills. And when I was looking at the end results, you see here, I'm just going through a lot of people and damaging them, spotting them. I mean, doing what medium tanks should do, a little bit of everything. So now on to this second replay. We're in the Arctic region during snowy weather. It's the only thing I've ever seen on Arctic region, so I don't know why they need to specify snow. But yeah, here we're gonna go over and we're gonna try to spot some targets to spot with and just see what happens from there. So in my Sherman, I have done a grand total of 62 games before I finished that tank. And I mean, it's not a bad tank. I was not a big fan of it. I wanted to get through it as quickly as I could. Yeah, I mean, the front slope, it can help at times, but like I said, I just haven't figured out how to angle it myself properly consistently. I mean, I've had times where I can do well, but other times it just doesn't happen. So as we go up here, I'm going to go around and get up top here and try to get a couple spots for my team. I do have the binos and the camouflage, so my view range goes from about 370, I think it goes to just over 500 when I'm stationary with the binos on. And as you see, I see one guy. I try to sneak up and take a shot because I did notice I was detected, so I just wanted to see if I could just put some quick damage in. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. So in my Sherman, like I said, I did 62 battles before I was complete with that tank. I only got 1 sniper medal. I did get 3 Confederate medals while I was playing this tank, just damaging a bunch of enemies and letting the team finish them off. I ended up getting 4 high calibers, which isn't too bad, and I ended up getting 2 Top Guns, which are the replays that I put in this video. Yeah, other than that, I did get 1 Scout medal, which I didn't expect to get, 1 Defender medal, 2 patrol duties, and a bunch of other ribbons and stuff. So I mean, all around, you can do very well in this tank, and it's not a bad tank for its tier. And as you can see, I was trying to take some blind shots there, because I seen some tracers come from that mountain. But yeah, I mean, I love my medium tanks. I love the rate of fire of the guns you can get, and yeah, not much else can be said about the Sherman really. All around, it's just a decent tank. I have been playing a lot more of the heavy lines. I just did a video on the T-29 yesterday, so you'll see how I compare that to a Tiger and an IS-2. Yeah, I mean, I would do comparisons on other medium tanks, but I won't do it at tier 5. I'll do that at higher tiers, tier 7, 8, and 9. If I do some more of those tanks. So yeah, as you see here, shooting at a distance, you can still hit targets really well. Shooting just over 300 meters away, and I put 1 good round into that target before he backed up. So yeah, just trying to assist my team here as much as possible, because I'm not the meat, and I'm not the guy that's going to be doing all the damage. But if I can hit this guy in the side a couple times, do some damage, maybe track him, get some assisted points, that's always a good thing. Unfortunately, he is bouncing a lot of my rounds. He's just got too good of an angle on me. I did end up tracking him just then, so that was good. Put a little bit of damage on him, and hopefully he just crumbles soon. That would take 1 big guy out of the game on their team. So that's 2 good hits on him. I am keeping him tracked, which is good. You keep a target stationary long enough, and either artillery or your teammates will get in. And luckily, I did get the final shot into him there. I didn't expect that, and as you can see here, my angling is not great on this guy. He's tier 4. He's an M3 Lee, and he put a couple good rounds into my front and got me down to about 50% health. I was slightly damaged before, but You know, when you got a guy that's a tier lower than you and he's consistently penetrating you, that means you're not angling properly. So that guy was pretty easy to take down. He wasn't focused on me at all. And I'm just going to keep working this spot. So far I'm up to 4 kills. There's only 4 enemies left. Yeah, I mean, I think this was a pretty good match. I got my camo and my binos activated, and that's another heavy tank. So I'm just going to try to take this other guy out really quick. Seems he's not focused on me. Oh, he just turned at me. Okay, and he's done. So now we're down to 3 tanks on the enemy team. I'm on 5 kills, and this is when I realized that I'm at 5 kills, and I want to try to get me a 6th kill because, you know, Top Gun medal and all that. So I might take a couple damaging shots here from this guy, but I think it's worth the chance to, you know, get that kill shot on him. So I'm gonna get cheeky here and pop out a couple times and take some shots on him. And there it is, got my Top Gun. Now the only thing left is a light tank, which is right there, trying to flank around and get to our flag, maybe probably take out our artillery and stuff. And we have an artillery piece that's somewhere in the back. So at this point I just decide, you know, what the hell, I don't have a whole lot of health left. I'll just go up here and do everything I still can on this light tank because somebody just took out the artillery. The light tank shouldn't be able to pin me from the front very easily, so I just decided to go up here and rush him, and got a couple other tanks with me. I did try to get one more shot on him right there while I was parked, and unfortunately the base got captured, so that was the end of that. But anyway, until next time, let's go out and let's kill some stuff, and I'll catch you guys next time.